Yes.
You were alive in the Blow era.
Yes.
What the fuck was that like? I've been waiting to talk.
It was a lot like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as most things, I was late and missed it.
Okay. That explains why you're still here. I always wanted to ask that.
But, like, when it was over, there was a period where I did, like, have a little flirtation with cocaine for a year or so, and it was, like, so not me, because it's not me. I'm, like, a pothead.
Yeah.
It was a low point. But I was never, like, crazy, you know. I mean, it wasn't, like, yeah, it was a flirtation, and then I was like, no, this sucked. I always thought it sucked. And I was right. And, but in the 80s, I mean, I've only heard these stories, but, like, it was so, like, early 80s, it was so commonplace and thought to be sort of benign that people would break it out in business meetings.
Whoa.
Like, yes. I mean, Richard Pryor, famously, they can't all be lying. I mean, you could ask Mel Brooks, because he's still very sharp and still here. I'm sure he would remember, like Blazing Saddles, they were writing it together. And, you know, they would just break out a big rock and bounce it on the table.
And this is the good shit. This is not the shit
I'm
that got
sure.
all night.
And that was a writing session. You know, these people were...
They were living.
Yes. But it sort of didn't dawn on people that it was bad for a while. I don't know. They were high.
Well, black people don't do as well with cocaine. Like, getting an opportunity, because my mom was only 16 years older than me, but I lived with my grandparents. Her house was like our weekend retreat, me and my sisters, and her house was kind of like your basement. At 6 o'clock Friday, it just became a club.
Really?
And yeah, because my mom was a florist, so she was with interior designers, artists, and it was like this bohemian-ass living room in this middle-class black neighborhood, because she lived further out in Decatur, where like ex-Braves pitcher Phil Negro and shit lived. So mom was doing pretty good, you know?
Phil Negro, quite a reference.
Hey, man, he played for the Braves, bro. So,
yes, he did. And he lived there?
Yeah, he lived out in Decatur at the time.
Boy, that's really throwing me a knuckleball on that.
Then white flight happened, and that's when I wondered where all our white neighbors went. There were two white brothers I played with next door to my mom, and I came home one day, they were just gone. I was like, damn. What the fuck happened to the homies? Then I found out later about white flight. And I was like, the homies probably had to grow up in Forsyth. That was not lit. But cocaine was something that I saw, not in a fucked up or foul or crazy way. It was just a bunch of young, artsy people running around my mom's house, coked up, freebasing, having fun, partying, dancing all weekend and shit. And then I noticed, like, her white friends were still able to kind of get up and go to work on Mondays. I was like, all the black folks are... they're still here, Mom. This is not going as well for them. And that's when I said cocaine probably shouldn't be something.
No, it is, that is the worst. I said like a little while ago.
And for you white coke users, you guys turn assholes when you do it, so don't think it escapes that. Like,
no,
I hate that 3 o'clock in the morning call from your cokehead white homie who's just like, man, I want to fucking kill myself.
Really?
You're like, what the fuck is wrong?
You?
Man, I'm sitting outside, man, my girl's in there, man, I think she called a call. Oh, my, ho. She's not dead, is she? No. I'm like, okay, we can continue this conversation.
But why were you friends with a guy like that?
I mean, no, because you're a musician, and you're friends even if you aren't the closest of friends, you form friendships.
Of course.
Yeah, and then your friend who's an amazing
That's not what you think of me, is it?
Nah,
because I promise you,
comedians are.
I will never call you up in the middle of the night and be saying that. First of all, I'm just too old. I just can't happen at this point, which is, kind of.